Okay, fine. We want to protest, right? Like honestly, like let's ask ourselves, like, what do you want to protest for? On a serious note, take it back. What do you want to take back? What do you really want to take back, right? Let's ask ourselves, what is the stuff that we really want to take back as Nigerians? We should stop deceiving ourselves with all this fake leadership all in the name of I want a better Nigeria, and you're not following the right process for you to have a better Nigeria. You want to take it back, right? Let us all go back to our states. Let's protest from the state level. Let's take back our local government. Let's protest, yes. Let's take back our local government. Let us all come out from the state level and let's take back our local government. Can we do that? Can we follow up through to make sure that our local government are fully independent? Financial independent, electoral independent. So that we can have good leaders from the local government who are the representative of the people. The true reflection of the people. When we have that, then we can have people who can look into the State House of Assembly and checkmate what is going on there, and look into the governance of the state and checkmate what is going on. We should stop deceiving ourselves in the name of, I want to protest for bad economic, the president that, the president this, the president that. What do you want to take back? Let's take back the local government. If we really want to protest, let's take it back. Come on, Sowore, you're better than this. This is nonsense. For all of you who want to distract people for the necessary things, for the important things, think twice. Let's take back the local government.
Voila. Now me talk now, there's a night boy they smoke. Oh yeah, Mark. Indeed, a brilliant day. And week ahead, yes. It starts bright weather wise. And I think everything is going well. They try new new streaming these things. StreamYard on the excuse me. Oh. StreamYard on the today expensive. How much are they make? Where they go to charge me $25? I mean at $45. Nah, they want now. So hence top bottom approach is the best. I disagree. Make I even dey see this system with for token. Top bottom approach is the best. I disagree with the speaker. ah, why you disagree with him? Now, I don't disagree with the speaker, but at the same time, I also believe that there is a space for Sowore. We need Sowore making they do whatever he's doing. But I am not I can't help but to also see that it's a distraction. If you put in if you analyze his strategy well, you understand that there is more of a distraction. But again, he's a presidential candidate. Everybody gets his own way of getting attention. After all, the game is, fortunately, it's a popularity contest. How popular are you? That's pretty much what it is. You require these days and time to become a president, because the policy that you are coming to roll out and every other thing that matters is not coming from you, right? I mean, maybe I should know this now this kind of one. Mark will tell me to make I not use America as an example. I will agree with you. To make I not use like America as an example on this, but you also can't help but to notice that no, all the especially the tariff policy that is coming out of the Donald Trump administration is not coming from him. These are policies that have been in development years by think tanks of various background. So based on that, I know really they take a presidential candidate or president serious. I see them as distraction in chief. So from that prism, yeah, there's a space for him, but on a really serious deal, show worry a distraction. So, but there's a space for him. I mean, it's calling, there are people who genuinely believe that the country should be better than this, who are following him. So I'm not going to just say because him na sell out or him na is now qualified to actually whatever they are now run just cast everybody that is following him out. My question to him: who runs the local government? Who runs the state? Partially FG. Yes, I think that is the problem, right, Mark? Right? The constitution is very very clear on the autonomy of the local government, state, and the federal government. But of course, just like as human being, right? You always want to take advantage of opportunity that's before you. Now, only when people fight back, you withdraw, right? One of the one again. I don't forget the how do they call this strategy, marketing strategy that I learned when I did Rhode Island, Boston, and Massachusetts. They do marketing for this company that had a contract to distribute Obama phone. Those were the America got us. That would be Obama phone, a phone. So every morning they always assemble us, they coach us all those nonsense. But there's one particular thing I took away from that one of those morning routine is that you act before you apologize, right? You make attempt first. When they catch you, then you explain. I think that's how you go take see this our relationship with our government when it comes to local government, and it's because we as a people we don't know, and this is where I have a problem with this so-called Sowore and the rest. Instead of mobilizing people, why don't you organize? In the process of organizing, education lies at the core of it. So you have to educate people. They are right. I don't see the reason why people in my village, for instance, go to scream Abuja, scream Tunubu, Tunubu, Tunubu. Tunubu ain't gonna Tunubu is doing the business as it ought to be done in difference. Now those kind of level now in mandate. Mandate is there for. That's his mandate. And now, if again, make I compare America. So if you look at Trump's administration, you get two people that you have to pay attention to. Elon Musk and what be this man, one of the major advisors, been with him for the past 40 years. That one 90 is pretty much is the go-to when it comes to foreign policy. Why Elon Musk is the go-to when it comes to national policy, right? So that's how it should be. Now it's upon us for us to actually educate ourselves that our real mandate as a citizen is our immediate leaders. Forget the central government first. We are the central government is so powerful because all of us they look up to them, right? Now you can argue that that the law is not clarifying all that kind of shit. I agree, but I think education is what we need. The revolution that we are asking for, I don't think even if we that are alive today carry it to be successful because we don't know anything about how the system works. It is up for us to actually for our next generation to have a successful revolution. It is upon us for us to educate ourselves on where we are, need for us to achieve freedom first before we begin to do all these things so that the next generation will have something to work on. Now, make I let me see what you're saying there. Say, okay, Ovie, on your logic, I totally agree with you. Yele is distraction, but is needed to do what he is currently doing. In my opinion, that is a space. Yes, yes. There's space for everybody at this point. That's why I say, even the church that we have it today, instead of us to dey criticize them, I used to say, oh yeah, Adeboye they make news again about how you want go do meeting for more and all that kind of bullshit, right? For me, let's meet them halfway. For one reason, they have the numbers, but most importantly, they have structures. Even APC no get structure reach redeem. PDP no get structure reach redeem. Why don't we ride on that wave? How do we? I mean, there's so much to learn with this America and how the renovation they are carrying on now. They allowed the whole world, especially China, to take advantage of the rules and regulation that which to me are trap. They set trap for China to immerse himself. Now they just pull the plug. So the structure is there. Our religions houses have built the structure. Now what did the Muslim religions they do? At the core of the Islamic ideology, they have to rule while everybody follow. So that's why you cannot separate them. You cannot see the idea separate religion from governance. You can't. It's one. When Ulu was talking, was on Dr. Dameji was trying to explain that he don't know how even though the Fulanis are 7%, but their dominance, like, come on, cut that crap. Cut that crap. I mean, they'll come and which is everybody here, they dumb. The Fulani is riding on the wave of that ideology, of the Islamic ideology, which is deep. Now waiting, Americans they fight for Middle East up to today be that. Coming to tell me I don't know how come that how come if na force or if na conquer the Hausas, how come that the Hausa language is still the language of I was like, motherfucker, come on now. So it's interesting when you listen to some people trying to justify their leverage or their advantage, but by plain ignorance. Direct marketing. Thank you, my brother. He said, oh, yeah, direct marketing. I just no, there's a word. There's I have to go back to that part of my life, and I think once I just give myself time to just reason Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Boston, it will come. But at this point, more leave that set. Wow, you have moved up to the ladder. What did they talk? I hide me. I am hiding. I noticed the change, even how your display message. Abio, this one is very exotic, and the free version of it that they use, I never even subscribe for the premium. You know, StreamYard they do anyhow. I'm loyal customer like me. Well, I've been with StreamYard for like 3 straight years. They just jack the price up from $25 to $45. Like, what the heck? I ain't making money. If it's how they make bar from here now like that, I go say okay. Oh. So I just decided to say okay, make I make I make I use my AI to put my AI to work. So I just asked my AI, what's good, man? Give me an alternative to StreamYard. My AI just give me Restream. I say, oh, all right. Give me a lot of other ones, but Restream seems to be close to what StreamYard used to be. So to make a try. And thanks for noticing that, man, Mark. See, it's just for me to serve you better. That's why. And I think for the fact that you noticed that, that means my faculty is in the right place. Yes, back to Sowore. Sowore has finally launched it. But Mark, I don't know. There is something that I never feel really just point out yet between there's a relationship between Sowore and Tinubu that I still can't define. They have the same godfather. They are serving the same the same foreign interests. That have thanks to USAID. That you're making my suspicion now clear that Sowore na agent. I know they fully hear me now. They go all fight. Eh, so it's all of them. Every other, well, not be saying that just him. But other than the fact that Sowore and Tinubu are serving the same slave masters, there's something because I don't know this the I don't believe in coincidences because the way Bola Tinubu they move and the way Sowore they move and how they try to fool all of us. That's what leadership is all about. When I go, if Amori hear me now, he go on kill me again. The way Amori they understand things is very raw. I just direct. They be just see that okay, let me conceptualize this with this guy they talk. You know, now Bobo was when I tell her and say politics is an art of manipulation. The guy say, this guy he just could not differentiate persuasion and manipulation. Abi, he just had to able to know what the differences are, which is any in where you stand. Now you could say you are persuading people or you are deceiving people. For him, Obi is persuasive. Where every other person is what? Manipulative. Okay, yes, Pulo was a bit economical with the truth, but he is human. No, I understand that. I understand where they come from. I mean, I don't, I will speak the exactly the way he spoke. If I did issue, I don't expect him to throw himself or every, his tribe and whatever he believe under the box. I mean, he said he's a son of a cleric in the first place. But what in that, I don't know. You get one thing why I actually, where I for like, clarify in the sense that in a Fulani, he was trying to explain Fulani and Pulo, right? And I totally agree with that misunderstanding. But I think I understand where that name end up being the way it's been pronounced Fulani. But I would like actually give him the analogy that I have for him to so that but I like the damage no go on give us that time because Pulo when he say Pulo, I totally agree because where I want carry and go because the Hausa now talking about the language of dominance, right? Pulo, Pulo ne. Now waiting I want tell him that yesterday for everybody's just for everybody more to appreciate how language is important to in our own space. I want ask Sam Epulone. That means are you Fulani now? Just to are you Fulani? Epulone. Then he go say yes. Then I'll come say Dr. Dameji Ipone. That means Dr. Dameji is an Igbo. I will not say maybe Tunanja Berepene. Now, the point I was trying to make with that is that ne that the insights. Now, if you now bring the Oyibo corner in terms of pronunciation into the equation, you now understand why that Pulo, because the Shua, because I wanted to bring in the Shua Arab. If you go Meduguri, an average Shua or Kanuri man we no go call am Fulani, na Pulo. Pulo. Because when I did that angle, when I did learn Fufu day, that's what they call them. Pulo. If I see if a Kanuri person now and we want to speak and we want to refer to a Fulani person, we will not go say Fulani. I go say Pulo ne. Because Pulo ne see as a that language, even the way that they pronounce their money, right? Nice 40 bucks. So all those things, if to say time day, I for me I need to exchange those words. People will now understand why that ne, where that ne, full and ni, that ne part comes into play. And I believe now because Igbo people no feel say ne, Igbo ne, then they got turn out to ni, Ulo ni, Igbo ne, Hausa ne, Brea. So all ne nine be the Hausa addition to it. Now, if you go into north, if you enter north, begin to understand their language, as I said, the Kanuri will never say Fulani. They will always say Pulo, what Pulo, Kakande Chilo, what Pulo de Gere. That's so that they things speak out. But other than that, the guy was I understand where the guy they come from with this submission. Maybe I concur your logic in Yele. In addition, I do not see him as a leader. Take a look on how he is the lord and master of his party, which is no Sowore na, as I said, now just he's taking advantage of the situation of the country, right? And he's taking the easy way out, if you ask me. He's taking the easy way out. I maybe yeah, he's taking the easy way out because the route he took now that is the only way money fit come for him. I know the people don't go and talk about the money aspect. Yeah, I agree. Political leadership is not there. No, no, it's not be the kind of leaders where would they look for. He took the easy way route. You understand? I see him as alumni of USAID, the USAID product. So that's why I say take the easy way route. The hardest way route, which nobody don't want to take, is to really go down to the forgotten ones, and build and bring them into the mainstream and see how things no go change. But you see, that's hard. That takes time. That takes time. That takes resources, and on the long run, the whoever take that task might not even live to even see the benefit of it. That's the hardest part. So everybody just go the easiest way, organize. It's very easy to make. If you want to organize, sponsor will always there. NGO will always come because now like organizing is pretty much an act of distraction too. Because now just to tell them, you know, things that we just speak to their mission instant and that's it. We always recruit. It's a form of recruitment too. Just recruit them for that purpose, for that election cycle. Recruit them and fulfill all righteousness. So NGOs and power that be like all this those kind of overnight arrangement. That's the easiest way out. To beat them now, all of them are the same. So at the end of the day, it can't become who get money pass. Because uh, the more money you have, because when people they talk about money in politics, it's not about money where you go take bribe people. The easiest way, the quickest way to tap into people's emotion and with money, now how you take use that money, how you take use that money, that matter. You want to create fear If you want to create fear, they are easy. But if whatever you want to do, the fastest way to achieve that is with money. So how and when you apply that resources count. So that's why it did very hard when an incumbent is running for position. Because every nooks and cranny of the society is under his preview, and he gets abundant resources to just put around. So yeah, Showore, however you describe him, it's a distraction. You are right. It's conscientizing the people. Yeah, out of 10, maybe one person will never hear some canting before we hear him for the first time and will be attached to him, and that is good. So that's why he's always preaching to the same. All of them, they talk to they are saying the same thing with different mechanism of taking it around. Now the same people that they preach to. Instead of spending so much time, they disturb people for city, enter villages, and do like the churches do. Go a fishing and see how many people will be converted. Will come here, you see, I no agree, make you talk. You are not saying anything. You are saying what we dey hear every day. We no know them. Go village, go and preach. And see if you don't go get something. In addition, he is not switching method, etc. Take for example, can you compare Yele with the young president? Say, no, sure you want make it switch, say like you say you are expecting too much from Showore. Switch method. So the only method that's available, na wetin I dey tell you so. Go and preach. Put your presidential ambition aside. Give it to yourself. Say within the next 10 years, I'm bringing 10 million people back into the mainstream, add to the voting poll, and see where the manipulation go see the easy, and see if 10 if not at least 10% of those new people go say come. I not understand English, I not understand all this una IAF money wey una dey borrow. I don't know. You see say one person go just, no matter how you try to convince that person, no one here, and that's a different thing. Because and the only person wey we dey miss, wey as far as I'm concerned we never see in terms of the hierarchy of leadership be that we see the pretenders, we see the naive and novice like Goodluck Jonathan, we see the pros like Obasanjo and the Buhari. Yes, we see the pretenders like the obese who is coming now. We never see idiot. Showore pretends to be idiot, but he's not idiot enough. Showore say they live on New York. Idiot no no. Idiot no they even dey, you no go even stay for Abuja or Lagos. Idiot go dey come from a village and he go lead from that place and we go follow am. That one that's the kind patriots, nationalism I want. Donald Trump don say everybody should go back to nation statehood. People don't understand why I'm a little bit leaning toward what Trump is doing. It's giving you opportunity to take your destiny into your hand. At least a window, this weekend window they only come once in every 100 years. Now you know they too long, they stay long. Now 10 to 15 years in nation state. Grab what you can grab. That's what we are today. Grab what you can grab, because the power. The last time America took overhaul the system, he went into an into a partnership with the USA. What do they call them? Soviet Union, right? It was between Soviet Union, British, and France. That was the goal, was to go against uh, empires. That ended the era of empire, betting the nation state that we have today. So we go see. But unfortunately, this time will come pass. Kwame Nkrumah warned us 63 years ago about today. We no prepare. Those who decide who want who hit to his message and want to walk along that lines, we are assassinated. Shout out to Murtala Mohammed, right? So we have another window now, but we are not here. The only country that I think is prepared in Africa to take advantage of today, this time, is South Africa. They either succeed or they go die. Follow the Chinese go. But either way, their generation unborn, we see now and say, yes, my people tried before. I think we can do it. But here we are, we the time that we are supposed to be saying, come, we have a leader. We say, okay, now that Trump is say everybody me answer in Papa name. So fuck it. Fuck it. Let's start in our own bed too and looking what can we achieve on our own before they finish their fight. I decide to condescend us all again, but we must have gained a footing. But unfortunately, here we are. Only the Fulanis, they understand today and they are working towards it. To be clear to all of us within the next two election cycles. People never understand. It's a bad ideology. That's why Ulo never go that route. It's an ideological movement. It has nothing to do with economy comes later. Economics back the idea. When you tell you say out of the 7% of the Fulanis in Nigeria, only 2% they educated. The rest are in the bush. That's what's up. That's all you need. To Naija they speak. To Naija they always speak along that line. Get plenty soldiers. People they go. That's the ideology of the Islamic religion. They have to lead. And everybody know if you lead. Only few will lead, the rest follow. So you need the rest to declare feed because it's all about dominance, right? How do you get access to that oil that in the southeast, in the south? How do you get there? The only thing that is stopping them now the southeast, not even south, but people won't understand it that way until it's too late. The only people that is stopping the Fulani hegemony from getting to oil 100% to grab them are the Igbos. The Igbos. I, I'm not saying it because there's nothing wrong with that. It's not jungle with day. This is life. America don't take they want to take Greenland, they want to take Canada. I've been saying it. Anything you cannot protect is not yours. Just forget it. If you can't protect it, you don't have it. So the Fulani's hegemony goal to dominate not just Nigeria, the whole West Africa is a noble cause. When you look at what is going on in the world, see Putin is taking, as I said now, window. At the end of this 10 to 15 years, Putin will take 25% of Ukraine. Life, nothing will happen. Everywhere they push, Fulani hegemony are pushing. Life, are pushing. The Biafrans, they understand, they've seen this long before. Long before. So, Sowore can run around all the world. South Africa, Ghana, Burkina Faso, and a few more. No, 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 no. Leave all these ones first. Now, let's South Africa. Now, why I said we should, I pointed South Africa on is because you have to look at it regionally first, right? First of all, you get freedom. No, let's even start. You get freedom. You build your economy. You build your military you build your military to secure your freedom and your prosperity. Then you do what? You go for regional power. And when you get your regional hegemony, automatically you stand a chance of ruling the whole planet. In a nutshell, that's what America did, right? America get their independence in 1777. Within the last 100 years, they solidified their economy, and they say, "Come, everybody should get the fuck out within their territory." Right? They dominated their region. Before you know, pass out to the second World War, opportunity for them to dominate. They dominate the whole planet. 90s and yes, 80s and 90s, America, nobody they feel cough. Once they say this is it goes. Now when China were able to be totally in control of their sovereignty, due to their economy, automatically invested in their military. They are trying to take a step to dominate the region. That's what this whole today is about. America saying no. If we dominate your region, that means we are in trouble. Right? So now we now bring that uh, analogy back to our own continent, Africa. The only two countries in Africa has the capacity to be a regional hegemony. It's Nigeria and South Africa. Forget all these people that they talk. Everyone, forget all those people. Nigeria and South Africa have what it takes to actually be a regional hegemony, which automatically we liberate the whole continent and rule the planet Earth someday, right? But we are not there. If let's say the BRICS succeed, which is led by China, they succeed, which means they defeated the United States of America as a third order. But let's say they succeed, automatically they will help South Africa build nuclear weapon. And once South Africa had nuclear weapon, that's all it takes. And it could just say, come, I no one see anybody in any inch of Africa. Everybody, even America, Nigeria will bow to them because we will need them to protect us because they are nuclear weapon. So that's why I also say when it comes to anybody that is ready at South Africa, Mark, that's where I'm coming from with my South Africa, Nigeria thing. You said I agree. It's the eastern part in holding them back. Maybe hence why Kanu might be under lock and key. Imagine if oh, of course now. The Kanu own. See, talking about Sowore and taking the easiest route, or be going the easiest route. How many people get organic follower in the Nigerian and the home and abroad? Well, maybe today I can say yes. If there's any other person outside now in Canada that has people that would really believe in him, who he considered now, maybe Dele Farotimi, right? But the difference between him and Dele Farotimi in terms of followership is like heaven and earth, like real followers. So what Nnamdi Kanu was able to do is what not even the Nigerian state could do, which is to conscientize a generation. You were able to just focus on a generation, let them understand that this is what is going on. To a point that even the state, with all its apparatus and resources, could not brainwash them to follow otherwise. So if to say the guy see they out, that number would increase. The Zoomers today who are TikTok generation, they did not really have a taste of Nnamdi Kanu like that. They just hear about them. So if you now bring Simon Ekpa into the equation, imagine what Simon Ekpa was able to achieve in terms of bringing that Nnamdi Kanu message as a second-hand message to those Zoomers. So there's a reason why he's under lock and key. Not saying anything. He is a threat to the whole system. It's not even to the police, to the whole system. That's why I say the freedom, right? Now, he only want they make Nigeria understand say, come on. We are not actually free. right? Even though his message tailored to the Fulani hegemony, is not the Fulani, but he is not wrong with his message. Just as you agree. Now only then and then they stop it because again, the way Fulanis are running their things, I'm envious. I don't have anything against them. I'm envious, right? If with my tribe are in position today, you say if I'm in position of power today, and number one goal is to make sure to see how my small village go still last for another 100 years. Because I don't even know where for my village or social language will still be dominant language in the next by the year 2015 or so. It's not a guarantee. So what Nnamdi Kanu is saying out loud is what Ulo refused to say, or he's saying silently that I brought out. It's about ideology. If you conquer the large majority within the north, all the small tribe and the outside, you conquer all of them as we speak, then they are inching and taking over the political structure of the whole country. The Yorubas now run over now because the way they take conquer the outside, I said they could take conquer the Yoruba. Why? Because now 50% of them already having the same language and the same religion, which is the ultimate, which is the flagship, which is the platform to which the motivation of conquering is edged on. Now, so being the Hausa people now, some of them are Muslim before the Arabas of the Fulanis, while some of them are Christian. So it was easy. So already the North, the Yorubas, half of them are Muslim already. So it's easy. So the only stumbling block to them solidifying, because the Nigerian oil is at the key to finally finish the whole West Africa. Once you have access to direct control, 100% control of the Nigerian oil, you go flush that before you again. It says something. Ulo says something at the beginning of that conversation that the Arabs are not the majority, even back in the days within the Middle East. It is fucking right. There were other two tribes that are bigger than the Arabic tribe. To go back to 1630. She na 16. Is she 1630? I've been at 1630. 630. I've been at 635. Yes, 635. Nine. The Prophet Muhammad passed on. But today, he said now it's not the majority, the largest speaking language, Arab at that time. But today, it's pretty much the second largest speaking, like maybe the third. After Mandarin, English, maybe the Arabic is the other up there. So once they're able to get the access to the money bag, it don't finish now. To take over the whole region and make it an Islamic state region, there's nothing wrong with that. the only thing is that just our way of life and things not go change. There's nothing. After all, now Christianity is like on dominators. No, we say they flex, so right. Now just way of life will just change, or be just like tomorrow now. Chinese became the alpha and omega of the world. Maybe they instead of killing ourselves to learn how to speak English, now Mandarin now we go to speak. So it's just and there may be system of governance. It's going to be a socialist state. We ain't going to get capitalism as it is in America. Wait to me, see you. I get just 10 minutes more. So, but maybe tomorrow shall we? But okay, I see eminent. You see eminent in Nigeria. I've been waiting one top with that. Make I see. But okay, I see eminent danger. The other northern part are currently speaking out against Fulani citizens, which was forbidden before now. No, it wasn't forbidden before now. You will say it was easy to control dissident voice before now because, hey, there's no internet. Headphone no day. I bet you not be waiting and tell you now you go do. If they say shut up, you go shut up. Now, so now you can't. But even the fact that everybody is speaking up, for me, it's not necessarily a sign of progress. Because the question is that waiting with the talk, what are we speaking about? What are the actions that follow that? Whatever that we are speaking of, where is it coming from? Right? Who's engineering the conversation that we are having? So it doesn't really matter. Just as they carry USAID go. Doesn't really matter. NGO, the NGO, no, they are already here. Things will they will see engineer things. But but the more people they speak up, the more they are gaining more ground. As I said, whenever I said taking over the political structure, people think say now only PDP. And that's what no. All you need to do, the institution that make a society, that's the structure that I'm talking about. Will be controlled by the Islamic ideology. That's it. You don't finish now. When the top 5 people for your military are with the ideology, yeah, I'm talking about when I mean the military. Now I'm talking about the police, the every other uniform guys, right? You go into the banking sector, agriculture, everywhere is dominated, but they never finish. That's what being dominant is about. You don't need you don't need to speak their language or agas them before you know say you are being run over. So no, don't you should not be you should not be scared. I'm happy. It is not remain forever now. And the only things will change now when Bege happen. So I really enjoyed the Polo fellow. He said a lot. No, the guy is there. He's very articulated. I like the guy. Knows he's just been as I said the issue said. There's some things I go touch on. So he tried. I think so far, even his temperament, his calmness and all that was he handled it well compared to some other people who can. He said a lot silently without knowing. Oh, it could be. No, that's what I'm saying now. But y- now because you are a reader, you dey read, so you could see through waiting in the talk silently, right? Because the silent uh, points that you were able to see, no be everybody fit see am until you don't go through that route before. Alright, so I got a push true. Action is what is needed now, which I believe will sure come. It will come. It's just that I know my my own concern is that we, even though they always attack that idea of we as a people are not ready. In other words, if it happen now, we'll still come at the under end as losers. We still come as losers because whatever that is brewing now is largely just few you can say is organic. Most of all these dissidents' voice, these protests, this may whatever that I think that has that can accumulate to a revolution. 99% of them are still being engineered by the people that were that we perceive as a problem. So that's why you know, even though people could sit there and give Obi voice, Obi votes, But at the end of the day, he chicken out. Nobody say chicken out. He answer to the higher power, right? That is because even the movement that follow him was not organic, was financed, organized and mobilized and recruited by them. You understand what I mean? To say now organic madness be that movement. We would wait for person to give order before they go things go begin happen. So once you are waiting for an order, there's a problem with that. As somebody who don't dey don't dey within Nigerian youth for every sense of that word, like for like straight 10 years within the national team. I know how we be. I know how we be with the young people, young Nigerians. Anyway, no worries. You can bail out. Short but informative and interesting conversation. Yes, well, thank you, man. Now you make that interesting. Yes, make I enter work. Maybe I'll give you guys some link or video of the real things what they do. Today. Anyway, man, thanks, Max. And every other one that will come across this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully, we'll see you again later today, if not tomorrow.